Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial and I'm going to be doing a soft glam look with the Wonder 2 Cosmetics. I really wanted to do a first impressions and review on them because I have used one of their products before, which is the brow gel, and I absolutely love it. So I was really excited to try more of their products. So if you want to see this video, just stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put on my primer, and this is the Veil Cosmetics primer, and I really love how this feels. I think this is just a great basic primer to have, and it's super moisturizing. I use it all the time, so you might have seen it in my other videos. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into foundation. They sent me one shade and it was really light, so they went ahead and sent me two more. So I went ahead and tested them, and the 40 Honey seems to match pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply that on my face. And they said this is supposed to be full coverage for 24 hours, so we will see how it wears all day. I'll leave in the description box below when I let you guys know how this wears. Obviously, I've never applied this before, so I'm just gonna use a kind of flat angled tip brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go in and do this just to kind of see how it blends with the brush. It might be better with a beauty blender, I don't know. That's why it's first impressions. We'll see what really works. So far, the color is really pretty. I'm just so dark right now with my self-tan, so it's really hard to find like a dark color. But this shade is really good, and once I add bronzer, I feel like it'll blend. So what I'm noticing about this is that it feels like I'm not even wearing anything, but the coverage is amazing. Like, it's covering all of my blemishes, but it's a very like thin foundation. It's not super thick. Okay, so that is one layer. Man, I feel like it covered really well. I might go ahead and just add in another layer with a beauty blender just to see how that like blends out. But the coverage is really good, but it looks light. It doesn't look like it's cakey. So far so good. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my concealer and I'm going to do some contour. So with my concealer, I'm going to be using the ColourPop, and this is the shade Light 18. So the coverage on this is so similar to the Shape Tape. It's got some great coverage, and it doesn't really crease. It lasts all day. Going with like a 24-hour foundation and a 24-hour concealer right now. So I like to go ahead and set my eyelid with the concealer just so that the eyeshadow kind of stays on all day too. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with contour, and I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty contour stick. And this is the shade Truffle. This one is really dark when you put it on, but when you blend it out, it gets a lot lighter, so. And I'm just gonna use the same beauty blender I used for my foundation and concealer. Alright, and now I'm just going to set my under eye with the Laura Mercier setting powder, and this is the translucent one. And I'm going to do a little bit of baking. I'm just going to kind of let this sit. I also like to go ahead and put it on my lid just to kind of set my lid area. I'm going in with the Wonder 2 Perfect Selfie Photo Finish Powder, and this one is white, but it's pretty translucent once you put it on. So I'm also going to be using the little Wonder 2 little travel size fluffy brush. This is a really great brush because it's small and portable, but it's really big to cover like your whole face when you're wanting to set your face. So I'm just going to put this setting powder everywhere. So for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Wonder 2 Illuminators. So they sent me two different shades, and I think I'm going to be using the Golden Sand one today. The coolest thing about these is that they're like little tiny beads, if you can see. They're small little beads. So when you open it up, it has like almost like a little like net thing, and you can just put your brush in there and it's supposed to get on. So it's almost like a liquid cream highlighter. So I'm just gonna apply it like this with a brush, and then I might take a little beauty blender. Look at how pigmented. Oh my gosh, that is so pigmented. What in the world? Do you see that highlight? Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Okay, I'm in love with their illuminators. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer, and I'm gonna be using the Hoola by Benefit. And I'm gonna use this same powdered brush that I used for my setting powder. I'm just gonna kind of like go in like this and just add a little bit to the cheeks, just to kind of give me more of a bronzy look. Really wanting this to be just like a natural bronzy look, like you were in the sun. So this is my absolute favorite product that Wonder 2 has, and I discovered this probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and literally have been saving the tube for like 4 years because I didn't want to get rid of it, because I didn't even know where it came from. So once they sent me this in the mail, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this. So this is the Wonder 2 Brow Gel, I guess you would say. It is so amazing. It stays on your eyebrows all day, and you could even sleep in them. This honestly reminds me of like a tattoo brow gel. It does not come off unless you take it off with makeup remover, so it definitely stays put all day long. I'm gonna be using the little Wonder 2 angle brush with it, and then also the little spoolie it comes with. So I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to do it. Okay, so the first way is just taking the brush like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly stroke it on my brows and start kind of like shaping with the little brush. This technique is definitely more for people who already have thicker brows and don't really need to fill them in a whole lot. So it's basically just adding like a little bit more thickness and changing like the tone of your brows. And all I do is take the little spoolie right here and I just kind of brush it through so I can make sure all of the product is like distributed evenly. And that is literally it. So really simple, and you can see the before and after. You can see how it just made them a little bit thicker and just kind of changed the color of them a little bit just to match my hair. So now I'm gonna show you the other way using an angled brush. So I'm just gonna open up the tube, and you can either like kind of use the brush to like paint it on the angled brush, or you could even dip it like this. Okay, so now that I have product on here, I'm gonna go ahead and start shaping it like you would with a normal angled brush or a brow pencil. So you just wanna do some like light strokes. So this ideally would be somebody who has probably thinner brows and you kind of need more detail when you're filling in your brows, and you kind of need it to look more like hairs if you have little like spots that don't have a lot of hair. And now I'm just going to take this spoolie like I did with the other side and just kind of comb it through. So now I'm taking that same highlighter brush that I used the illuminator with, and I'm going to go right under my brow and just kind of highlight that spot. So to finish off this look, I'm going to be using the Wonder 2 Lip Plumping Gloss, and this is the shade Rose. So I'm just going to apply some of that on my lips. I'm not going to line my lips because I want this to be really simple for everybody. So I'm just going to apply this really quick on my lips. Wow, I really like this color. I feel like this shade is so similar to my natural lip color, so it just really enhanced the natural color. This honestly looks like I just put a gloss over my lips. It really just looks super, super natural. Alright everybody, well that wraps up this soft glam for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Don't forget to comment down below any requests on new videos that you want to see. And also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. So if you want to know any details from this makeup look, you can go ahead and look in the description box. I will be linking all of the products down below. So thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!